All right. We're in the movie castle.
Oh,
We're in the
man.
Tubi Tower. My name is Cooper.
My name's Aiden. You know, it does kind of feel bad being here for the last time in a year. We're going to have to talk about if we're going to open this up next year. It might be something. But now, I don't know if I should do it. If that's going to be, that might be my last semester of college as a whole.
That's true.
You know, the finals for that. So maybe we change the month, or maybe we don't. Maybe I just
part of the appeal of Tubi Month, which is the topic of today's episode,
yes,
is the final of the Tubi trilogy that we've been working on. Was that it was after award season,
right?
And that we could detox a little bit. But I was kind of thinking, because I kind of, we fucked you over with you being very busy with finals, not getting to maybe indulge in Tubi as much as you would hope.
Yeah.
What if we moved it to like August instead or something?
Interesting.
Like August is not, it's not as heavy on the new releases,
right?
At least I don't think. I don't know, but maybe August would have been a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it was very nice to have it as the palate cleanser for the Oscar stuff. Yeah. Like that's kind of what got us into it, and so I was hoping that maybe Mr. and Mrs. Academy would move their show a little earlier, but they didn't really. So I mean, we could do the month of, because I remember, because it's like right at the beginning of the month, of March. No, April. When was this shit?
Oh, we did. When was the Oscars?
Yeah, that was.
It was mid-March.
Mid-March.
Yes.
So we could do March, but then we would still be catching up on stuff. So yeah, we do need to discuss.
Yes, I was thinking maybe August, because that's like before the award season starts.
Yeah.
And kind of after the summer has shot its load.
Yeah, you're right. It could be a good reset there as well. Yeah. I like that idea. So then, do we start this year? Do we do two Tubi months in 1 year?
Months.
Holy shit!
I mean,
I legends for that.
I kind of miss Tubi a little bit. It's been a week. It's been a week past. And I mean, there were just lots of things on there that I just didn't realize were there. Like things that have been on my watch list forever that I'm like, oh shit, I'll have to check that out at some point.
Exactly. I definitely have a lot of ones that I really wanted to get to this month. I just didn't.
Yeah.
But I also love just digging in and plucking out a random thing. It was a very rewarding practice, I found.
All right, that's good. So we're back in the Tubi Tower, and we're going to seal it off after this.
Yes, we are.
We're going to seal it like what's a good comp? Like, I don't know, the Ark of the Covenant, or I don't know, maybe like Doctor Strange at the end of No Way Home.
Yes.
As the multiverse eats the Earth or whatever. Something like that.
Dude, that was crazy when the multiverse did that. I thought that was way out of line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it was like canonical outlines of the Rhino, the comic book accurate Rhino in the sky.
Was that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I haven't watched the movie since it came out.
Yeah. I
think I watched it twice when it came out.
I did too. Saw it twice in theaters, and I haven't seen it since.
Wonder how it plays. Maybe we'll revisit it before whatever this new one's called. What is that new one called?
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day is the name of the new Spider-Man film.
Hell yes.
I mean, I was thinking that I've been thinking a lot about the franchise movies lately, and mostly Star Wars, because there's a new one coming out, and I'm watching Andor right now.
Oh, good for you. I should do that.
I was like, I haven't, aside from when I watched Revenge of the Sith last year, for its 20th anniversary, I haven't watched a Star Wars movie since 2019.
Fuck.
For maybe 2020. I think I did a big franchise binge during the pandemic with my family. I think we just did one a night. We did Spider-Man, Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones. I just haven't seen any of those movies since then.
That'd be interesting. We haven't really talked about it that much, I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do just a Star Wars episode when Mando and Grogu comes out, our most anticipated movie of the year. I think it's safe to say.
Probably. Looks really good.
He's green as fuck. He's small.
Yeah.
What's not to love? Sometimes he eats things. Sometimes he does things he's not supposed to, like a rambunctious child would.
Well, I mean, your guy is in it. The Frick is in it.
The Babu Frick? I forgot, and there's many Fricks.
Oh, there's many Fricks.
There's 5 Fricks in one vehicle in that trailer.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It's a little. I kind of feel like I loved a band before it broke out. Now all eyes are going to be drawn to that, because it was kind of a fun little thing. Of everyone kind of forgot about Rise of Skywalker. But if you know Ball, you know that there was a little guy that lit up the world in that one.
Yeah.
And I like spreading the gospel, so it'll be a little sad being, it's less fresh for people,
Right.
But I'm glad that he will change more lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's
hey, he says that.
I could see you, one day 15, 20 years, you know, if you have a family or something, I could see you doing a sort of Elf on the Shelf, but with like Babu Frick.
Babu.
I don't know what that would be like.
Babu on the
I mean,
Frick on the dick.
That's all I could think of. But that's disgusting.
That is disgusting. That won't be coming near my family. Frick on the dick will not be coming near my family, even if it is a worldwide craze.
It's going to stay on Wattpad.
Yes, it will. Right. Okay, I have a game for you.
You have a game for me. All right.
I have a Tubi-themed blind ranking, which I find to be fascinating because of its wide berth of films. So first off, I'm going to give you this. Special Needs Revolt. I want you to...
How many movies?
5 movies. And this is all movies on Tubi. This is not like Tubi-style movies.
Is it all movies? I guess it has to be things that I've seen.
Yes.
Well, it'll probably go... I'm going to put it at 2.
Put it at 2.
Yeah, it's pretty high, but I might regret that. I could have it comfortably at 3, but...
All right.
Yeah.
Snowpiercer.
Oh, so these are just movies...
In general. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Do you want to restart?
I do. I'm going to put Special Needs Revolt at 3.
Okay. Copy. Snowpiercer.
1.
Okay. All right. I have a film called Creed.
Creed. Yeah, I'll put it 2. I like Creed.
Okay. Suspiria.
The original?
Yes.
I guess it has to go 4. I don't love that. I should have put that at 1.
And I have Precinct 13.
That's at 5.
All right. How do you feel?
Not great. Suspiria is probably number 1 on that list. I think.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to, similar to the previous Tubi episodes, we're going to just go through the ones we watched in this last week, and then we're going to list our top 5 for the whole month.
Yes.
And maybe if we have any questions about this experience, we can have a conversation or something.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good. I think we could have a little State of the Union about Tubi.
Yeah.
Okay, man. You go first because I've watched less than you again.
Okay. So I watched a movie called Hive, which is a Tubi original. I thought I'd get another one in. This came out, I believe, during Tubi Month. I believe it came out like late April, mid to late April. And I saw the trailer for it a couple times. It got advertised for me. It got advertised for me while I was watching it. So that was cool.
That is pretty cool.
I watched it twice then, I didn't watch it twice, but...
You watched the movie twice? Oh, I see what you're saying. You had like, you know what? It's looking pretty good. Let's double dip.
I'll have to check that out after this.
Yeah, just like me with Carol at Christmas. You're just like, I gotta run that back. Gotta get out a taste of the Hive.
Exactly. This is about a teenager who's a babysitter, and she goes to she takes the child that she's watching to a playground, and the kids are really weird. And there's something going on, and the kid disappears on a slide, and it's a playground horror movie, which I've never seen before. It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty neat.
Yeah.
Is it neat?
I think it was neat. People don't seem to really like it very much. I'm not saying it's like a great movie or anything. Or
they have their knives out for Tubi as a whole, which I think is a good part of this experiment, is that we are able to now appreciate a wider variety of films and their quality, I feel.
Yes, exactly. Michael, 1 star.
Michael, 1 star for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have you know that I went to the cinema for all day, and
I saw.
And it got a collective 2 stars out of me with 2 films. Incredible feat.
Yeah. Bringing it home. So there's some cool practical stuff with like the playground coming out of the ground, and there's some visual effects that are fun. This movie stars an MCU actor, which caught me off guard.
Oh, the Star Lady.
Yes, Chavez.
America Chavez.
Yes, I can't pronounce the actress's name, unfortunately. I don't want to.
Disgusting.
I don't want to fuck it up. Her last name is Gomez.
You've already fucked it up, man.
Yeah, I did. But I was kind of surprised. It looks like that Doctor Strange thing didn't do much for her.
That is so tragic. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I wonder if you think that it was like developed as something that they could pitch to bigger studios, if there was aspirations for it to be bigger, or does it feel Tubi to the core?
I mean, it's definitely better than the other Tubi movie I saw, and has more of a budget and more of, I guess, a feel to it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I hadn't thought of that. But
because some of these are just ingrained into it to the point where, like, in Special Needs Revolt, you have, like, bits about it.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely tell when some people are like, I'm shooting for Tubi.
Yeah.
But I wonder if she signed on to this hoping you would be a little bigger.
That's possible.
Like, at least go to, like a Bleecker Street, like a D tier. Just kind of something or another.
Yeah. It's or even like a Shudder or something like that,
Shudder,
which maybe has a bit more respect than Tubi.
Exactly. If you, like a Shudder, doing a Shudder movie as the co-lead of an MCU movie is still like kind of bummer, especially if it's not like a super prestigious one. But it's not Tubi. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Poor lady.
I would say that I'm generally positive on Hive more than most people.
You're in the Hive?
I'm in the Hive, one of the few people. Little weapons going on with these possessed kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of cool. It's very Twilight Zone-esque, and I've never seen. I can't say I've seen a movie about a possessed playground before.
No.
So
there's a famous horror book about playground. I know that one.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a haunted playground though or anything. It's just just like a playground where like the slide is a cheese grater.
And then the whole book is just like chapters after chapters of people going through the slide and not learning their lesson.
Oh, damn it.
We go find my friend just went down here. Let me go see if I can find him in there. And then lo and behold.
Yeah.
Cheese grater.
Yeah, last time I went on, it like skinned my balls, and I hope that doesn't happen again this time.
Yeah, this time it'll be better. Yeah, that sounds like a good book.
Yeah.
Book club.
Book club.
We could do Book Tower, and we read the Playground.
Yeah, the
novel.
The Playground. Yeah, we read like fucked up horror books and stuff like that.
That'd be awesome.
So disturbing books.
Yes.
We'll have to learn how to read first.
Yes, we will. I've been testing. I've been trying to watch like my favorite little like cartoons with subtitles on, so I can try and like figure out what words associate with like the written word to the spoken word. But I'm only gotten to like I don't know, like a couple pages of the book so far.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see where we can go with that.
Do you want to do one, or do you want me to do it?
I would love to do one.
All right.
I think this works out. Like last time, I think you started and then you ended, and I think that just did it. We were able to alternate. So I did a movie that I've kind of had my eye on for a little bit called I Know Who Killed Me. Do you know about this movie at all?
No.
This is the movie that killed Lindsay Lohan's career. So she was viewed as this child star, Parent Trap, like Freaky Friday type of thing, you know, and got as many child star is wont to do, like got into a lot of like drug problems and like manic depression because of like her image, you know, and then also this desire to push beyond, you know, what she's being typecast as. So this is her rebellion movie, and she got this dude who did like a independent movie that is supposed to be not very good, and makes this movie that is like this meta thing about it's a meta thing about her career, kind of, while also just being like just kind of a off-brand Lynch movie, with a lot skeevier, a little bit of Saw and Hostel in there too. So it's like it is this prim and proper Lindsay Lohan character who kind of feels like she's belongs to the Disney era, and then she gets kidnapped, and then fingers get sawed off and shit. It's not good. You don't like to see it.
Yeah.
And then they find her body on the side of the road, and she's alive. But then it turns out that when she wakes up, she's saying she's not the person that left. She's a different person, completely different person, who has been living a life of a stripper, like bad upbringing, all this kind of stuff. Doesn't know who parents are or whatever. And they have this kind of connection between the two different people. And it's about like, is there actually two different people? Has she gone insane? No one believes her. But it's got like some style to it. It's just a lot of blues, and it definitely is indebted to all of Lynch's stuff, but it's kind of a dumbass making a Lynch movie, which I found pretty fun and endearing.
Most film students, right?
Yeah, most film students, but this is a pretty large budget. Like this is a forgotten movie, and is Tubi core, but it had a really large budget. It was a pretty substantial bomb. And like while she was making it, like she went to rehab and then came out, and then like there's this paparazzi all around it. You can see paparazzi in the movie, like in the background sometimes. I find it a really fascinating artifact, and it kind of rocks, even though it's like kind of nonsense. And the ending reminded me a lot of I Saw the TV Glow in a strange way, but it's pretty interesting. It was like what I could have hoped for from it, but I've always known this as just the movie that has Lindsay Lohan on a stripper's pole on the cover that killed her career, and I didn't really know it was this like weird and striving for something bigger.
Right.
It was very interesting.
I think it played in theaters.
Yeah.
How many movies have we talked about that like got a theatrical run? Because I'm like looking at my list here, and I don't know if any of these got like.
Right.
I think that's interesting.
Let me see. I think maybe Rock and Rule, perhaps. And then also, Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key. I think probably got like an Italian release.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Megan is Missing on mine. That maybe got a release.
Yeah, maybe. Like Skin Deep, I think was like a straight to DVD thing, right? That's a little bit higher profile. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, because this only has like 26K people that watched it, so I felt that it belonged. It was in the realm. And it did feel Tubi to me.
Yeah. All right, I checked out a documentary called Tickled. I kind of went into it not just kind of looking at the title and being like, this is the one today.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this was again a beloved documentary.
Yeah, that's
I've
cool.
got a couple of these, Yeah, this is one of my favorite things I saw during this experiment. This is so my type of documentary. It's about I believe, journalist from somewhere in Europe, maybe the UK. I can't remember where he's from, but he's here in the States and he's doing a investigation into an online community that is into like tickle fetish stuff.
Yeah.
And he discovers somebody from like, I don't know, the late 90s or early 2000s that was like exploiting a lot of young men in college and high school with their tickle videos, like dudes on beds having their armpits tickled.
Or they strap them down.
Yeah, stuff like that. You've seen this before.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and he goes down this crazy rabbit hole of figuring out that a person who was currently doing this might be the same person that was doing it in the 90s and like supposedly went to jail or something like that. It's just about how the internet is used. This is a 2016 film, so it's a little dated in some aspects, but just a lot of like how we use the internet and how online this sort of sex stuff goes on the internet. And it's just a lot of stuff that I find interesting about journalism and this type of film. So it really appealed to me. I didn't love like the ending of it. It kind of they go to confront the guy. They have finally located him. They've been trying to get him the whole movie, and they've like found his car and they're following him through town. He goes to a Starbucks, and I don't know. I found it a little like anticlimactic. Like I was so nervous that something crazy was going to happen or there'd be some big revelation. But he pretty much was just like, "Hey, are you the person online doing this?" And he's like, "Hey, leave me alone." And he gets in his car and he drives away. And I was like, well, that was, I don't know, kind of nothing. But I guess if that's what you get, that's what you get. You know.
I have some news for you if you'd like.
Yeah, there's a sequel.
Tickle 2.
Yeah, Tickle 2. Yeah, which you've seen. Whatever it is, the King of the Tickles or something.
I don't remember. Tickle 2.
King of the Tickles used to own the castle, actually.
We kicked him out? Yeah. Kicked his ass out?
Yeah, he went to prison or something, so we took over the castle. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we still see like remnants of his work here.
Yeah, some of the things you see use a strap down. The cameras.
People ask him.
We burned down the tickle room, to be honest.
We did. Yeah, we did. But sometimes I think about opening it back up for like the castle wards because like some people are here that
would like it.
Yeah,
and also I feel like we don't want to act like we are king shaming tickles. We don't like how this tickle king, so-called tickle king, was going about it, but we're fine. If you want to get tickled,
it just has
naked on a bed, it's fine.
No space for us,
No
here.
Space.
But like if Stellan Skarsgård wants it during the castle awards,
he fucking would, wouldn't he?
We're very accommodating. But yeah, I really loved this doc. I thought it was pretty fascinating, and I know that there's like a part 2 that's like 20 minutes long. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll check that out.
It's about kind of like his reaction to the movie too. Like he came to screenings of the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's important too. Is that like I think things were pretty hectic around its release or something. Is that correct? Yes. They had to like have security at Sundance for this movie or something like that because there's the whole time throughout this documentary there's like a legal battle going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to sue you if you continue to investigate my online activity and stuff like that. And it's, I don't know, it's so my thing and just a very fascinating look at how internet culture works and stuff like that. So
yeah. I remember being a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Or had any, that's so fun. And I think that's what we like in movies a lot. It's like something silly like that being treated very seriously.
Yeah.
He's Aussie, I believe. Is he Aussie?
He might be Australian.
Yeah. I watched that with my mother.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both found it very engaging. I don't remember like what the circumstances, but yeah.
Do you know like what year you watched it?
I can find it out on this handy little app, to be honest with you.
We're not sponsored by Letterboxd, but you know.
I wish, man. Patron right here, man. I've logged this twice. The fuck? why did I do that?
Well, you first time you watched it for the plot, and second time you watched it for the
jerk off. Oh, okay, yeah. I watched it in May 2023 twice.
Okay.
Like I watched one on the 13th and one on the 21st. So maybe I watched it by myself. I was like, Mom, check this out, dude. Yeah, I mean it's so entertaining in the way of like of just like watching. I don't know. It's a voyeuristic kind of look at this person's life, and then also just like it is a genuinely like upsetting story alongside it, but it never gets too upsetting. It never gets too glib.
At the end of the day, it is just people like videos of people being tickled, and it comes out and it does like kind of ruin people's lives that are into tickle videos, but it's not like. You know, it's not the nastiest thing ever. It's just kind of like that's weird.
It kind of works as a representative of like the porn like industry as a whole without it being like as dark as the porn industry can get.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, I really liked that one. Okay, I watched one that I think you'll like, sir. It's called Closed Circuit.
Yeah.
This is another Italian film. It's got the motherfucker from Suspiria in it. And it is, all right, I'll set the scene. You're at a local cinema in Italy land.
Okay.
And you're watching a cool Western in the middle of the day. It's a very, like, sporadically populated group. There's 54 people there, but it's a big theater. And everyone's, like, fucking around. There's a lot of, like, crazy characters happening here, and it's kind of annoying to watch the movie with them. But then at the climactic shootout, there's a big build-up. And then at the end of it, he shoots. He shoots at the guy, and then a person in the audience dies. He got shot in real life, IRL.
Just like Abraham Lincoln.
Just like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
But where did it come from, dude? The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And then the police come, and they lock down the entire place, and they're like, all right, we're going to interview every single one of you boys and girls. We're going to figure out what happened here. And there's a silly grandma, okay?
Yeah.
And then as they go one by one through them all, they realize that maybe they should have everybody replay everything that they did while they were watching the movie. If they went in and out of the theater, you know, if they were changing seats, etc., or whatever. And then they get to the same spot, and the dude that's in the chair, the same chair that's standing in for him, gets shot in the stomach and dies. And they're like, all right, now I'm pissed.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's pretty incredible.
Is it played as funny as you just described it, or
yeah, I laughed a lot.
Yeah,
I think it is. I think this movie like has a pretty great script. There are some parts of it that I'm like, damn, this is like, because it's a TV movie in Italy, and I think that this could just be a talent that never got found, really, because there's some banger lines in here, man. And the dude that gets shot. Like, he's a dude like us, a little fucking chud that goes to the movies like 100 times a year or whatever. He has some really great lines that cut to my core about that practice. And it's talking a lot about, like, the supposed, like, tie between violence in movies and in real life. So there's some of that in there, too. And it gets a little supernaturally. Or is it kind of that kind of stuff? But it's really fun.
Yeah.
And it does have a sense of humor about it. I thought that was great.
Hell yeah.
It's a great, like, middle of the day watch, like Sunday afternoon kind of thing. I would recommend it. It's pretty, and it has an ending that is just so fucking killer, really funny, really creative. I've never seen anything like it. I would recommend this guy. A banger. Okay.
All right. So I watched a movie called Pan Man.
I
watched this with my friend Shane. He came over. We were going to hang out, not at my house, but it was raining. And I was like, let's come over and let's throw on a Tubi movie together. He's been enjoying watching me go through this, you know?
My dad's been watching you go through it, us go through it, and he's getting more and more pissed. He's like, the fuck is he doing? He's watching Pan Man? What are you talking about?
Thank you, Aaron.
Shout out, Aaron.
So I checked out Pan Man, and this is a silly horror movie about a dude who's wearing a pot on his head, so it's not No, I mean he uses the
That
pan.
pissed off my dad a lot.
He uses the pan as a weapon. In all fairness, but he's got like a little beard hanging out. I think you'd like this movie.
That sounds awesome.
I want you to.
You can't put a pan.
I want you to look at this photo on the banner.
tell the audience what you're showing me.
So it's the classic image of the workers at the construction site
eating lunch or whatever.
Eating lunch on like the beam. I don't know what year that is. Probably like 2015.
Yeah.
And that's the black and white photo of people. You know, they look haggard and they're just enjoying their friendship, eating their lunch.
Yeah.
And Pan Man is he's off to the right.
Dude, is that in the movie?
No, it's not.
Oh, bummer.
I didn't realize.
Bro, if it was in the movie, do you think you'd like whap him with a pan and send him flying? To be honest with me, would he do it? Is that against his morals?
His moral codes are really confusing because
Really?
like the first 30 minutes of this is Pan Man finding love in the world. And,
oh, great!
And things go awry, and you know he's just like the whole thing is that Pan Man is like a big incel, you know.
Oh no!
And he just wants to find love in the world, like I mentioned. And
would you get along with your incel tapes like movie from last week?
No,
like
I don't. I think he would have probably killed those dudes too.
Oh no!
But I don't know. This is just like a fun movie with like kitchen appliance kills and this dude walking around with a pot on. It's just I don't know. It's so fucking funny. Just,
is he supernatural?
Yeah, there's a possessed sort of like Italian cook thing going on here.
Good.
He who wears the pan, you know, type of thing. And
okay, good. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna add this to my watch list really quick.
Yeah, and they have to figure out how to defeat Pan Man, and he can kind of like jump into other people's souls and stuff like that. And
he can.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I really like Pan Man. I like the visual of Pan Man. I think he reminds me a lot of do you know like the Joker's origin in the comics?
What is it most similar to in the movies?
It's most similar to Burton's, where he falls into a vat of acid.
Yeah, classic.
But the thing is that like the Joker was a villain called the Red Hood at one point, which later becomes a Robin character. But he looks like this.
Oh!
Which is very similar to the Pan Man.
He's showing me a red version of Pan Man,
essentially, yeah. But
he looks like the Knights of Ren from the Last Jedi film. Nope, they're not the Knights of Ren. They're just some fuckers. Knights of Ren are in the next one, and they get killed pretty easily. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
You're good. I mean, that's what I got to say about Pan Man. Just a cool little slasher movie where he has a pan.
This is an incredible poster. Is he a culinary expert? Makes it look like he's the bear.
They're college students in like culinary school, and that's kind of there's a whole bunch of people from culinary school, and there's like a task force that assembles to defeat Pan Man, and yeah, it's a banger.
This is really good shit. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. That's incredible. Pan Man is a demon chef with the recipe for murder.
Mm-hmm.
I think I also have the recipe for murder, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn next. Let me go back to my list. Okay, I watched Vampire Boys. This is kind of in relation to I wanted a version of Taint Light. I was kind of jealous, you know.
Yeah. And we don't have any overlap this time, do we?
No,
except for I guess Tickled, which you saw twice in 1 month with your mom.
we didn't watch it twice together. It was a separate occasion. Maybe I watched it once with my mother. I do remember reacting with my mother. So maybe the first time was with mother, second time was with X. That could have been it.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was it.
I bet that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was like, yo, ma. Yo, ma. I watched this, I thought of you. This is going to be so sick. So Vampire Boys is a direct lifting of the structure of Twilight, which I have been kind of invested in the last little bit. I've been listening to the Blank Check podcast's commentary on the franchise, and they had a person on that directed one of them, which was very fascinating. And it's such a fascinating little spot in movie history. And so this one is gay Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
The Bella is like a twink man. And there is a brooding group of vampire boys. I'm sure you've seen the poster, but I would like to remind you of what they look like.
Yeah. There's
only one of them that really talks, and he is saying that he needs to find the one before a certain time period, or they're all boned. Like initially he's going after ladies, but then he sees this new Bella person, and is like, I'm thinking it might be that one. And they're like, that's chill, dude. They're an accepting bunch of bros, and they're the cool thing about the Vampire Boys is that he's like the main guy's the only one that talks like at all.
I think it's rad that it looks like you and your roommates.
Yeah, you're right. This is us. This is just me and the boys. But while he's talking, the boys in the back are just like hitting each other on like each other's biceps and shit. Let's go like kind of smacking each other all the time. It's awesome. Yeah, like 40 minutes in, you get 2 dongs, which is pretty awesome. It was really cooking for me for the first half of it. I found it like a little sweet and funny and endearing, and then it got really long in the tooth after a while. They kept going to the same locations, but it's some good drama, some great performances. But overall, it's not something that's going to stick in my mind. But they do have some badass slow motion shots of the Vampire Boys just like hitting up the night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I really did appreciate a lot of elements of Vampire Boys, but I couldn't in good faith recommend this. They made a second one, which I've heard is slightly better, more dongs, more drama, shorter. So that might be cool. No relation to the creative talent behind the first one, which I always find very interesting in low-budget movies like this. Like a similar situation to the Easter Bunny Massacre too.
Right.
Strange.
I mean, Taint Light has a sequel.
Is that a fact? Is it like breaking? Is it like ripping? Like breaking wind? I mean,
yeah, I actually think it is that.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
Eclipse. You can total eclipse with a fart. I don't know what you do with eclipse.
But it's just eclipse. It's not like.
It's not of the you'd be adding a whole extra bit.
Yeah.
I think New Moon's actually second.
I can't remember. I've only seen the first 4, and I haven't finished the franchise.
You got to get to the last one.
Yeah.
Even if you skip ahead and just watch the last one is one of the craziest things ever happened to like modern blockbuster cinema.
Right.
You got to watch that one. And I feel like it's the only time in the series that like it gets back a little bit to where it needs to be with the camp of it all.
Yeah.
Renesmee, man. You know. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I checked out Taint Light.
Yeah, tell me.
After this. This is a 2009 parody film. So it came out maybe a year after Twilight. That's like 2008, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 8 or 9.
So this movie is an hour long. And
wow.
Yeah. And I think the original Twilight is like maybe a little over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like the director's cut or not, but yes, this is just it is just like a normal parody movie of just like we're kind of following the structure of it and then just changing the dialogue and making it like gross and nasty, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's filmed on just cameras, like just like regular ass cameras you probably buy at Best Buy at that point. Okay. Just like I think it's just dudes in their college or high school just making this movie, you know?
Yeah.
I find it pretty annoying.
You don't say.
I generally found the humor in this to like not work at all for me and just I don't know, just be nothing.
Yeah.
I just had to get this one off the list.
It has an incredible poster.
It does.
And the poster kind of screams quality to me, like at least at the level of a disaster movie, scary movie or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I always assumed it was that. It's kind of surprising to me that you say that it's like a camcorder type of vibe.
Yeah, it's insanely low budget and like the sets are literally just like if you and I went to your high school right now and just like shot in the hallway and like the end. I think the end of
we'd be arrested.
Probably. We'd have to.
We're filling Taint Light in the local high school.
I don't know how we'd explain that to people. Yeah, I don't know. This hasn't really stayed with me much. How does Twilight ends with a battle in like is it like a ballet studio or
yes.
Is it, yeah. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is correct. Like a soccer field, like an indoor soccer field. So the final fight happens.
That's awesome. Whatever you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that you don't need to have any production value or attention to it if you've got that title. You know, the title's bringing in the cash already.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else is overkill.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have like too much to say about Taint Light. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Can you give me an example of a joke from Taint Light?
I don't know. It's like because like. So in Twilight, Edward can smell her period blood, you know, pretty early on in the movie, and he's into it. And in this, she like farts, and he's like, God, you know, and I don't know. It's just a lot of jokes about like follow your pussy, Stella. That's her name in the movie.
Yeah.
Just some real great lines from the queer friend in this.
Great.
Yeah.
Kind of take the Anna Kendrick role, maybe.
No, that they do have an Anna Kendrick there. I don't know who this guy is meant to.
Is he part of the family?
No, he's a human. He's a human. It's not the Anna Kendrick character though. It's something else.
They do. She does have a couple other friends. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I can't really remember it either. It kind of reminded me more of like the gay friend from Mean Girls more than anything.
Fun.
Yeah.
You gotta have a gay. I've got a good gay friend coming up here in a second.
All right.
Like next up.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't really recommend it unless you're looking for.
I mean, if you gotta see Tank Light, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta do. But it's very millennial and it's very 2009 and in like ways that made me want to like kill myself.
Any anti-comedy like sentiment here? Any?
I don't think it got to the point of being anti-comedy for me.
Bummer.
Just really annoying and the most obvious joke possible. You know.
Yeah. So. Shit, that's a bummer.
Mm-hmm. But maybe I don't know. Maybe the other sequel is better, more worth my time.
Yeah. Can you look up what the sequel is called?
Yeah, I can check.
Okay.
You talk about the next one.
All right. This next one is something that brought me great joy. It's Tammy and the T-Rex. This is a movie that it stars Denise Richards, who is like the mega babe from like Starship Troopers and things like that. She's in Wild Things.
Okay, it's a completely different cast and director, and it's just called Breaking Wind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Layup, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like the same studio releasing it. Is that why it's a sequel? That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if the other one even had like a studio that wasn't like just some dude making a patent. But like this actually does have a related film, Breaking Wind does, and it has the movie Vampires Suck. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
it could be a separate parody. I mean, I think they might have had multiple.
Yeah.
Because he was such a phenomenon. Like and Vampire Boys is like an earnest spin on that. So I'm sure there were a lot of like, isn't this fucking gay Twilight movies? Because that was a huge sentiment at the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Tammy and the T-Rex is a lovely film. It's got Denise Richards and Paul Walker, very young Paul Walker. And it starts out and it's a pretty entertaining and lovely like high school comedy, Hughesy kind of a thing. And I was really vibing with it. And then he gets in trouble with Denise Richards' ex, and they chase him out of her room when they find out he's staying up there, and they knock his ass out and they take him to a wildlife reserve, which is not what you want. They drop him off. He gets mauled by a lion. Bad news, right? And then some scientists come to his hospital bed, and they pretend that he died, and they just take his corpse to a little spot, and they put his ass in an animatronic T-Rex because they want that shit to be more realistic.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's, exactly. Yeah. And then Dinosaur breaks free, and it's got the beautiful brain of Paul Walker in it, sweet tender boy. And
is he walking yet, or is he crawling?
He's walking.
Okay,
the T-Rex. The T-Rex is walking.
Yeah, just because they know he's like walking at this point.
Oh, he's a stupid bastard. He does walk. He is a walker. You're right. It would be out of character for him to not walk.
Mm-hmm.
It was uncomfortable when he was just lying down for a good chunk of the movie. He started walking again.
Okay.
And from that point on, he's not talking. Paul Walker's only in the first 25 minutes. It's a sizable chunk, but the rest of it is just animatronic T-Rex and Denise Richards. But the thing about this movie is that it is such a lovely atmosphere. This really made me. This is like I've watched so many like incredible movies of the last year, and this is the first one that I've taken notes about the directing, because I'm like, this is the kind of atmosphere and performances that can only come from a really well run set.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to make this feel make it feel like it's like you're part of something and everyone's having fun, but everyone is, and it doesn't ever get annoying to me. It's never like doing the so bad it's good kind of a thing, like trying to get there. It's like it's not taking it seriously. It's a weird mixture. It reminded me a lot of Gremlins and Gremlins 2 specifically. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of really good gags in here. There's whenever and most of them are all like filmmaking based, which I really appreciated. And it's got a pretty great script. But the thing is that when the script is failing and has like a really lame joke, the performances or the editing usually pick up its slack. which I found lovely. And like I said in my review, I just like kind of moved by the communal nature of filmmaking. You know, this is something that comes from a really great group of people instead of just like one auteurist kind of thing. You know, you really can't give it to one person. And I also think that this avoids the sin that I find in like stuff like Cocaine Bear or Violent Night that I talk about a lot, where it's like, if it is silly, if it's about something silly, then you don't have to really like try when it comes to the rest of the like filmmaking. They're tossing it off. Isn't it so funny we're doing this? And it's only funny if the first like 25 minutes works as like a John Hughesy movie. And also what it's got going on is it's got really nasty kills too, which I really didn't expect. It's got the kind of like teen comedy stuff down, and it's also got like the spoofy kind of stuff, and it's got really nasty gore. It's pretty cool. And I maybe also wonder, like, some of the janky filmmaking elements of it, like, made it a lot funnier than if it was like if it was smoother. And I wonder if that could be a technique to be used for comedies when it's this kind of an ensemble thing. Like, if the camera work is more noticeable, and then it just feels like an extra voice, like in the cast or whatever. I really like this one, man. Pretty cool, and it's got some stuff in it that doesn't like age well, but I think it's doing it in a way that didn't make it feel ever like creepy or exploitative or like just like lame. I don't know. Maybe I was just so moved by it. Like, if I was to watch it again, I'd be like, yeah, it doesn't hold up. It is a comedy from the like early 90s, so
right.
I don't know. But yeah, this is one of the bangers.
Oh yeah. All right, I checked out. Well, I realized that I haven't, I'm like 20 movies deep at this point in Tubi Month, and I haven't watched a superhero movie yet. And I'm, resident comic guy, on this podcast, you know? And I was like, I gotta find some sort of superhero movie. And I found Spaghetti Man.
Okay.
Which I'll be eating for dinner after we finish recording.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the local chef, the chef of the castle, to cook you out some spaghetti?
Yeah, some spaghetti. So this is a sort of, obviously a riff on like Spider-Man a little bit, but it's, I don't know, about like a loser chud.
I wouldn't say obviously. I didn't get that from the title.
The title or the poster or anything like that.
Well, let me look at the poster now, because I haven't seen the poster. Okay, now I'm seeing some similarities to the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he in No Way Home?
Wasn't he in No Way Home?
When did this come out?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, could have been there.
Yeah, he could have been there. That's true.
That would have been awesome.
This is about like a loser chud guy who who microwaves some spaghetti, some leftover spaghetti.
Yeah,
and something happens with the microwave, and it's like radioactive, and he eats it, and he starts shooting spaghetti from his body.
Yeah.
Not only like Tobey Maguire organic webs type stuff, but also like he sneezes it, he pisses it. It's just like the spaghetti's coming out of everywhere.
Yeah.
He's made of fucking spaghetti. He is. And so he realizes that he can like put a bag over his head and go be a superhero. He's kind of indestructible too. He gets shot a couple times, and he just kind of like
the spaghetti puts
like old noodle comes out, and he's just kind of chilling, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with these noodles though, but like it does hit people in the face, and they get knocked out by it. So they
get knocked out.
Yeah.
It doesn't stick. It does not stick.
I think it sticks to their face, but it like they fall to the ground. You know, they've been knocked unconscious. So these noodles got some power to them.
Powerful blast.
But yeah, he's since he's like pretty down on his luck and he needs money. He's become a superhero for money. You know, he's like, message me, send me $1,000, and I will go rescue your boyfriend or something, or I'll go do this for you. And he just learns to great power comes great responsibility,
right?
And
keeping it out like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I would love to be on the set of this though, and have them call action, and then be the guy that gets to throw the spaghetti at somebody. I think that's fun.
Dude, we can make that life for us.
Yeah.
Like, what's stopping us? We can make it. If all these other sequels are not associated with the first one, what's stopping us from making Spaghetti Man 2? What would you call it? The Amazing Spaghetti Man?
Yeah, The Amazing Spaghetti Man, or like
Far From Pot?
Yeah. Like Far from Pesto or something like that.
Far From Pesto. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know. It was my review for it, I said that it was more charming than Deadpool, which I watched recently. I watched that I think back in March.
Yeah.
And found it like pretty annoying and grating.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, this sort of mode of storytelling in this low budget way, not that this guy's ever breaking the fourth wall or anything, but this sort of style of like snarky humor I found worked a lot better in this, like low budget kind of stupid movie way.
Does he know he's in a movie?
No, he doesn't. No.
That's good.
No fourth wall breaking or anything. It's just sort of the same like sarcastic, glib thing that Deadpool does, and it's not like as like horny as Deadpool is either.
Yeah, Deadpool, man. I'm just thinking about him. What a fucking stinker, dude.
Yeah.
Most characters, they don't know they're in a movie. This guy, dude, don't get him started.
He knows, and he'll let you know.
He knows. He'll let you know that the box office of the first movie didn't beat Passion of the Christ, man. I'll tell you what. He will go there.
He knows about Kevin Feige.
Yes, he does.
Any man does not know about Kevin Feige, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a fun fight scene where a Spaghetti Man explodes, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. He's just noodles. He's just totally noodles,
Awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Can I speak to you about the MCU for a second here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, spoilers for the Doomsday trailer that haven't come out yet, but I've been thinking about it's Shang-Chi fighting Gambit, right?
I think so.
And that is bizarro to me that Gambit is coming from the Joke movie and is going to be like with the big boys and like treating him as such. Mm-hmm. That feels like to me if there's a character from Airplane that went into Airport, the franchise,
right?
He's a
terminal.
Yeah, he's a terminal. Or like what's if the naked gun Sully. Oh man, don't joke about Sully though. He did a forced water landing and he saved all like 212 souls. He can't be joking about that.
I'm sorry, Sully.
Yeah, but if someone with a naked gun was in like Lethal Weapon or whatever the fuck, like it doesn't make sense to me. The thing is the parody of the Marvel movies. It's operating as much of a spoof as we get these days.
I mean, I guess, but I understand wanting Gambit on your team and also not wanting to like have to recast Gambit.
Yeah, But is he gonna be doing the fucking voice?
I have no idea. I mean, that's just Gambit's voice, though.
Is it that like exaggerated? So if you're telling me that Channing Tatum's Gambit movie that he was wanting to do for decades, he was going to be like, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I don't know if it would have been that silly, but like,
that's what I'm saying.
He does have an accent, though. That character does.
Right, he's Cajun.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be that level, right?
Probably not.
So then that's interesting bringing that into your basic, your missionary Marvel.
Yeah. Rather than like doggy Marvel or what? That's a good way of describing it. Like Deadpool's Marvel is doggy Marvel, and then like
traditional Marvel is missionary
Marvels.
Yeah, I think it's why they paid me the big bucks, man. That's why we got the competitive advantage. We've got that kind of heat, bringing those kinds of metaphors to the table.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious about RDJ's accent.
Is he going to be doing Cajun as well?
Yeah, I don't know how racist it's going to be.
That'd be so cool if he's just doing his accent from Tropic Thunder.
Or he's doing like breakfast at Tiffany's,
That would be so crazy. He opens up the mask and it's like yellow face paint, like in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah,
man, what a world! And in all of the multiverses that Doctor Strange opened, one of them exists like that.
Here's what I was thinking the other day, though. All right, if there is a scene in Doomsday where this happens, I will give the movie a 5 out of 5, regardless of whatever else.
Yeah, hit me.
Right? If early on in the movie, or at some point in the movie, Dr. Doom shows up to Steve Rogers' home in the 1950s, and he says, "Jarvis, fuck this guy's wife," it's getting a 5 out of 5 for me. I don't care what else happens in the movie. Jarvis, fuck this guy's wife.
That's what brings Captain America into the fold. He's got to get revenge on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Like, people didn't give a shit about Captain America until Winter Soldier because they made him cool. Before then, he was like a cuck. Everyone was like, he's the lamest Avenger because he's all goody and he's all morals. And so like, if you make him a cuck again,
then maybe he'll snap.
Then maybe he'll be rad.
Maybe he'll be rad again. Fuck, that's just strategy.
Yeah.
If Feige knew what was good for him, he would do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that was a really good tangent. If we were to do YouTube clips, I think that would be one of them. Or TikTok clips.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Next up, I have Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
I thought about watching this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was I was alerted by my uncle. He likes the bad movies, and he went to a screening of this with Patton Oswalt, who makes an appearance in this film. This is not the third entry in the Dude Bro Party Massacre franchise.
Is it the first?
It is the first.
Yes.
The joke is that it is the third in universe. It's playing.
That was Lucas's idea when he made A New Hope, actually.
Yeah, he was like, he was doing it as a goof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fourth one. These dumbasses. These
They're
fuckers make an entire franchise about it. Mandalorian Grogu comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't be more excited to see the fucking little green dude. And one thing that's so cool about the Mandalorian is that he doesn't have the traditional modes of expression, which is a really big challenge for him as an actor. It's just like, we had all these fucking conversations like 5 years ago or whatever. There's just nothing to talk about with fucking Mandalorian and Grogu unless it does something crazy. Like, it's just such a nothing movie to me. Fuckers.
Except for the Frick.
Except for the Frick, man. Yeah. We can do 2 hours on the Frick representation in that. So this is not my flavor of funny bad movie things.
It's not your flavor of dudes or bros?
No, not my. No, to be quite honest with you, no, it's not my flavor of dudes or bros. But this is something that's for the people that like bad movies in a different way than I do, I think, and it is in a way that I liked them at a certain point when I really got into bad movies at first and kind of being like, The Room is incredible, and like, this is, well, look at these fucking like dorks, you know. And I've kind of found a lot more like love for these movies in a way that isn't like flippant, I would say. And this one it really likes the idea of being a really bad movie, and to the point where they have the guy from Room in here, not Tom Wiseau, but Greg Sestero in here. That's what they're going for, and there's just some things that just turn me off. It is a joke a minute kind of a thing, and just the ratio of ones they hit was pretty low for me, and a lot of them, it actually did kind of feel like dude bro humor at a couple spots. And the kills are pretty cool, but it also just like had a level of sheen to it that kind of made it less endearing to me. And also, it didn't feel like they had a love for like horror movies of the era. They just liked it as a pastiche, because like, it's not using the filmmaking techniques. They're just using this like a filter over it to make it look like the 80s, but it's doing things in styles of comedy and like filmmaking that it only exists in like the modern hyper internet era. And I really didn't like that. Like Dissonance, I didn't feel like it aided it as well. Like, I mean, just like, only so many people can do Wet Hot American Summer, and for every like one Wet Hot American Summer, there's like 10 little bastard movies, and this is one of the bastard movies for me. There's some good stuff in it, and if you're in the right mood and it's on your level, I think this could be like pretty great. And especially if you saw this with a crowd, I think it would be a lot of fun. But this is a long ass movie. It's 100 minutes, and it should be like 70. Usually I'm not a person to go for that kind of stuff, but it felt interminable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that word right. We'll see.
Right.
That's Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Okay, how many more do you got? You got one more?
I got one more.
Okay, I got 3, so I'll just do...
Oh, fuck, never mind.
I'll do 2.
Okay.
I'll do 2.
Do it.
I'm going to do and then you'll do your last one.
That sounds perfect.
All right, so I watched, I wanted to watch like some like monster movies, some like disaster type of movies, right?
Yeah.
So I hit up Snake Out at Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw this. This was another moment. Like, we're just... my dad was like, what is my son doing? What's, continue.
All right,
Snake Out Compton.
Yeah, this is a movie about a like up and coming rap group, not like NWA or anything like that, And they live with a guy who's like I don't know what this stereotype is, but it's like the black nerdy guy in the overall type of thing.
Yeah, Urkel. Yeah,
it's an Urkel type. Who finds a snake, and for some reason he's fascinated by making the snake bigger.
Yeah,
no real reason for this, no motive.
Bigger, better than smaller, I say.
I guess things. So. And he made...
That wasn't a dick joke, by the way. That would be a low joke. I just want to make that clear. I wasn't making a dick joke. I think just big things are cool.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. And so the snake becomes big, and starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and stuff like that. And there's conflict within the band and their record label. This movie doesn't know if it wants to be a monster movie or like a movie about a band or like a hip hop group about a band. Sorry.
So is this taking itself like seriously? Not seriously in the way that there's no jokes, but is it Dubro Massacre or is this like Tammy and the T-Rex?
Maybe more Tammy and the T-Rex, I think.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I assumed it was Taint Light.
No.
Okay.
No. A little bit of Friday in here, things like that. And the snake is just eating people, know, and they're just trying to get their record made, and they fight the snake with music, with their hip hop music at the end of the movie.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Are the performances committed? They're
pretty silly.
Awesome.
They're not, not like great performances or anything, but some fun CGI here, some fun green screen of people on towers like wobbling around, and I don't know. I was hoping there'd be like a little bit more snake based off the poster of this, and wasn't quite that, so I was a little disappointing, but it was okay. I wouldn't really recommend it or anything, but it's far from like the worst thing I've seen.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you seen Straight Outta Compton?
I haven't.
That's very funny.
Yeah. But I mean, I was around in 2015 when that movie was. I feel like you and I have talked about Straight Outta Compton before, and been like, that movie was such a thing,
and no one talks about it.
And nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I do remember, edits or images of the Straight Outta Compton.
Made a shit ton of money
font.
too.
Yeah, and having that be like a punchline on the internet or whatever, celebration of it.
T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirts. And now it's not a thing that anyone talks about. But we got Snake Outta Compton 2018.
I have a question. Do you think that we're looking like idiots right now because Straight Outta Compton is like a lyric in a song, and we're assuming that all of the references and the shirts are referencing the movie because that's just like how movie brand we are? But give me a percentage chance.
I mean, like what do you mean? Like
that all the references that we see are referencing like a song lyric or a song instead of the movie.
I mean,
is it like if we were like everyone keeps talking about Bohemian Rhapsody?
I was seeing people use Straight Outta Compton as like a meme though, not like related to like a lyric or anything,
right?
Yeah. I can't think of anything like an example of this because this shit was 11 years ago when I was in 6th grade. So like I'm not sure quite how to describe what I mean.
No, I get you. Yeah. I get you. Okay. I have another question for you. Mm-hmm. Would you rather the performances in this be silly, like intentionally silly, they're going for it, or would you rather it be playing it straight? Low key.
I mean, I don't think it works if they play it straight though. So I guess it has to be goofy. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then I watched another sort of monster movie. I watched a Giantess Attack versus Mecha Fembot.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like a franchise, I think.
Okay.
This director here, Jeff Leroy, he's got a real. I'm showing you this filmography here.
Damn.
Yeah, he makes movies.
Good for him, man. How many movies are there?
Looks like a little over 20, probably close to 25.
Cool. Good for him.
I think this is like a franchise, but he seems to have some sort of interest in women growing big and fighting.
Who among us?
Which is what a lot of their views are for. It's just like, this is a fetish where this dude really likes like when the Power Rangers get big, and then he likes when women fight and topple over buildings.
Are they shoeless? The big women.
This one on the front is missing. She doesn't have a shoe on, but this one has like a sandal on, so it's like close enough.
Yeah, that is close enough.
But I don't know. This is an hour-long movie about like a TV show that is like needing to recast some giant women or something like that. And
how do they get big then?
They just have like a superpower. Or no, they have like a magic crystal or something that like these two women have, and they're best friends, and they used to be on the show together, and they get big when they like use the crystal or something.
So they're casting people to take the crystal's power?
Something like that. They don't have the crystal, but it's like a TV show or something, and they're looking to recast a show.
But it's not special effects. They're actually getting big?
Yes.
So are they trying to find people that can get big?
I don't think... I just think they're going to like use special effects for the new recast people or something.
But they don't know that they actually get big.
Yeah.
So it's like Bewitched. The Bewitched remake is like, what if they made a remake of Bewitched for television, but also the person that's playing the witch is also a witch in real life?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Damn, that's real heady.
And then somebody creates a giant fembot, giant robot woman, and then they have to save Hollywood. They have to but they destroy Hollywood.
You don't got it. You can kill it.
But they pretty much destroy Hollywood in their fight with the fembot. You know, because they're huge and they're wearing bikinis and shit like that and knocking all the buildings over. Yeah, Rip Mulholland Drive. You know,
Rip.
Wouldn't that be like a cool scene in Mulholland Drive?
If the fembots came?
Yeah. Like Naomi Watts was like, oh, fuck.
Naomi Watts is in her field being like, who am I? Like, which version am I? And then fembot comes. That's bigger problems.
Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters.
Your problems are so intense.
I don't care who I am right now. I don't care if the lady that I've been enamored with is real or not, or just a part of myself. There's a giant robot. Really puts things into context.
It really does. It doesn't matter. If you're about to get stepped on, who fucking cares?
Which is a genius.
Mm-hmm.
That was a beautiful conclusion by him. That's what gets you the Best Director nomination right there.
Exactly.
All right, is it Aiden's turn now?
Yep,
is that your? Okay, you got one final one, right?
Yeah, I got one final one. I got a eater.
All right, I've been hearing about this here movie, Dangerous Men. This is a film that started filming in like late 70s. And then finished in 2005. So it's this Iranian filmmaker who came to this great land of ours and started looking at all of the action movies of the time and decided to make his own in a similar way to Paul Verhoeven, but if Paul Verhoeven didn't really know what he was doing. And so this is a movie that is really difficult to describe, because it's barely a movie. It starts with this one couple, and they give each other an anniversary gift, and then you never see that couple again. So maybe it's saying something about the nature of man and woman. I don't know. And then you have a woman and her fiance going on a cool beach trip, and then they get assaulted by two bikers. And one of them is doing some murdering, and one of them is intending to rape the woman. And then the man kills the guy that's like trying to fight him, and so then the other dude stops the assault and comes over and stabs him to death.
Right.
And she immediately switches up and is like, "Actually, you're pretty hot, biker man. Let's go find a better place to have sex."
Mm-hmm.
And then they do. And at this point, the movie's so incompetent that you don't know if it's like a real switch. But she does like when she takes off her clothes, she has a little like ice pick in her ass clenched, and so she takes it. She asks this man, very young, to rub my knees and kiss my belly button.
Yeah.
While he's sitting on the bed, and then while he's doing this, she stabs him a bunch of times. And then from that point on,
it's like Basic Instinct.
Yes.
Yeah.
But from that point on, she just goes on the thing of like any men that are trying to like harm her. It seems like everyone in the world is intent on like sexual assault, and she just kills every one of them. And then in 40 minutes, she just gets arrested,
mm-hmm.
and then you don't see her again. And then it goes on to another character, and then so they are shooting this. He's shooting this in chunks.
Yeah.
Over the course of 30 years, like Boyhood.
Yeah,
exactly. But with different characters.
Later. Okay.
And better than Boyhood. He has the same looping like track over and over again. He's written the music for it. It's mm-hmm. this one kind of. It sounds like a funky SNES game, and it's over all scenes. So this movie never feels like intense or intimidating. It's always confusing. You're always trying to track where people are, what's the relation to anything. But it feels like this abstraction of an already like abstract notion of a rape revenge movie in a way that's just like, it's so strange. So Alamo Drafthouse, they found this dude and released it. And it's not a movie that it's like Megalopolis, where it has been refined and added, like scenes added in to the point where it kind of is like, what was this to begin with?
Yeah.
It is a thing that he's just adding on scenes as it goes throughout 30 years, and then it just ends. Like the ending is a freeze frame of characters we had just met arresting a big bad guy that we had met 5 minutes ago, and then that's just a ball game. It's
interesting.
It is really insane.
Yeah.
And if you have like a group of friends that are interested in this kind of a thing, I think it would be a really fascinating watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as like gross as it sounds. It's like one of the least exploitative rape revenge movies that I've seen, because like there is no like nudity or sexualization like during any of those scenes, and they never get far. She just like caps them pretty immediately.
Yeah.
There's like one part where she like is like, I'm getting vibes that you're gonna try for this. Is that correct? And the dude's like, yeah, that sounds about right. She just right then and there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where she, after that, where that's in a car, she pushes the car like off of a big cliff,
mm-hmm.
and it turns out that was the director's daughter's car, and he was just like, sorry, I'm just gonna take your car. You might not get it back. I'm sorry. And then she didn't know what happened to it until she saw the movie in 2005. And she's like, bro, that was my car, dude.
Huh.
It's like all of these are trying, all these Tubi movies are like trying to understand the person that made them for me. And this is expert mode, because it's over the course of 30 years and you're trying to get into a psychology.
Entire arc of this guy's life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's some really funny performances, bizarre lines. How do you
even pitch that to somebody? Like in 2000, if you're finishing this in the early 2000s and you're like, hey, I started working on this in the 70s. I need you to come up with some scenes. I don't know. That's so interesting. Linklater's the only guy I can think of. Right?
Right.
He's doing another thing like this. Am I right?
Yes, he's making a music. Merrily We Roll Along.
Mm-hmm.
He's making a musical adaptation and doing the same thing as Boyhood.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think the pitch on it for releasing it was Alamo Drafthouse. They, after the success of like The Room for Alamo Drafthouse, I think they were looking for things like this, and they found another movie called The Miami Connection, I think it's what it's called. It's another famous So Bad It's Good movie.
Right. And
they just released that.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, we found this crazy B movie. Let's try to have another The Room thing.
Yeah.
I think that was a minor success. And so then I think they either reached out to this dude or the dude reached out to them. I'm not sure which, but it was that. Like, there's a market for it. They've found, you know? It's and it looks amazing. It's like a really great 4K transfer. The colors are popping. Like, it looks incredible. But it's this really, like, bizarre, inept little movie. Always fascinating. Never good. Really, really interesting little puzzle of the movie. All right, that's my last. Okay. That's my last one.
All right, I'm closing out Tubi Month with one of the infamous like bad movies, Birdemic,
of
Shock
course,
and Terror.
Yes,
and I had to close out with a movie that's been on my watch list for a very long time, but also something that's just like well known, I think, amongst movie fans as being hated.
This is the Room, and then there's Birdemic. Like that's the hierarchy there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is about some birds that attack like a small town, very Alfred Hitchcock-esque in that sense, and a group of survivors. It's pretty much as simple as that. I don't think I hate this as much as most people do.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, maybe this month working on me. I found, so the first half of this just kind of plays just like a rom-com a little bit. And then it gets into the crazy bird shit. The birds are just like, how would you describe that? Like masked onto the screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
they look like that app you'd have early iPhone where you just like film your bro and then a meteor comes down and crashes.
We've had a lot of movies that have that sort of that are using that. Can I tell you a quick story?
You sure can, man.
Yeah. When I was that age, 11, 12, when I first got Instagram, I got that app. And I posted some like missiles hitting the outside of my house, and I was like, oh, "This is cool," you know. Because I was
missiles were good.
Yeah, and I was making some like little stop motion movies at that time.
Same.
You know, just looking for effects packs out there so I can get like blood squirts and other things. You know, and I did.
We lived the same life. Continue.
And, you know, being a young child on the internet, I did post them.
Nice.
On my feed on Maine. We didn't have stories back then, I don't think, but my grandma was like calling. It was like worried.
Oh no!
She was genuinely concerned.
Well, I didn't hear about the missile attack. I can't see it anywhere on the news. What happened?
Yeah, she was like leaving voicemails and I was like, "What's going on?" You know. Anyways,
what a lovely lady.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
It's a good thing to think about.
It is a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
You got to watch out what you do. Now all these old people, they fall for AI, you know?
Yeah, they do. It's a real early example of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you seen that video, like someone doing that with like Grand Theft Auto clips? Yeah, exactly. That's a whole. That's cool that you saw that in person. It's incredible.
Yeah, it happened to me. I
Me.
caused it to happen. Okay, so yeah, these vultures are attacking this small town. We got like a group of 4 people. They pick up some like kids that they find. The kids in this look exactly like Lucy and her older brother did as kids. That was like throwing me off the whole time. Like the haircuts and the way that they dress. I was like, holy shit,
that's cool.
That's Lucy and Kaya right there. No, they make it out.
Good for them.
The 2 main characters and the kids make it out alive. I thought there were. I mean, this is a movie shot again with like just digital cameras I bought at Best Buy type of thing.
Yeah.
In the late 2000s or 2010s or whatever. And there were some shots that I thought were like kind of nice.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, there was a couple moments where like they don't have any professional lighting, but are maybe just using some like natural lighting and of like a girl sitting on like a car, and I'm like, there's something here,
That's awesome.
And I don't know, maybe it's just because I've seen so much worse this month, but I was just kind of like, it's a lovely little shot of somebody sitting in a mall parking lot right now, It's
got some sort of craft to it, some intentionality behind it.
I feel like a little bit, and the lighting is pretty much never good, and there's plenty of poor looking shots, but there were a couple moments where I was like, this isn't like, I don't know if the hate for this is as warranted.
Yeah.
As people say. The end of this movie, the birds, they just kind of leave. There's like no
remember that, yeah.
resolution at all. They just they're just fighting the birds. It's the best fucking shot of the movie is the birds leaving. And it's the characters standing on the beach for what feels like 10 minutes, watching the birds fly away, but they're just like, because the shitty effects pack that they have, the birds are just like stagnant and just like flying, and there's just like a couple blocks of them on the screen. It's really good, and it goes for so long.
That's awesome.
It goes for so long. I mentioned in my review though, there's a like pretty non-intimate sex scene in this, where the lead actress just has like her feet are black. They're disgusting. Lord. It's so gross.
It's Margot Robbie in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But worse.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I don't think that's like an intentional thing, It just seems like...
You think that she just came with stank ass?
Yeah, and like nobody... I don't know if they have hair and makeup on this movie, but it just didn't seem like anybody was like, hey, can you like go wash your feet off real quick?
I mean, dude, the PA that would have to do that, because oh man, I would hate. I don't know if I could tell my actress that, dude, bro, come on now.
Dude, Bro Massacre 3. You gotta
Bro Massacre 3. You gotta fucking watch that shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's a whole franchise out of this. There's like 2 or 3 Birdemic movies.
I remember when I watched this, like there was like a trailer for the second one. When did the second one come out? Do you have
2013.
Then that's not true at all.
Yeah, it has some of the same cast. I don't know. I didn't think it was. It just didn't feel evil, Like some of these movies have felt a little like they're coming from a pretty bad place.
For sure,
and this did not feel like that. It just, I don't know.
Because I mean, people have a love for these kinds of movies, like Birdemic and The Room. Like I feel like this is.
I mean, Birdemic does have
love.
Some 5-star reviews here. It's got 4.6K.
But it's the weird thing. Like I would expect Birdemic to have like more similar like spread to something like Dangerous Men or whatever. Like if you look at the Dangerous Men reviews, like logs, it's a whole bunch because people are like, this is an incredible like artifact, Yeah. But for some reason, I think it is just that Birdemic was one of the first for like the Letterboxd generation of bad movies.
Yeah, I mean, this is a movie that I've seen a Your Movie Sucks review for this.
Of course,
like this is an early YMS review.
It's an iconic one amongst that. Yeah,
yeah.
The I hate everything.
I hate everything.
Yes,
the YMS crowd. Yeah,
exactly. It is well known, but usually those have a bigger spread. What's the Room spread look like? Like that is at a point right now where it should be. That is one of the pure like half star to 5 stars.
It's a 2.6, and there's more 5 stars at this point than there are half stars.
Even among my friends, Jackson Stryker gives it 5 stars.
Right.
Benjamin Schaefer gives it 1 star. I think it's an interesting study. So yeah,
the bad movie phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that is all the movies I got. been a hell of a month. It's been a hell of a month.
It has been a hell of a month.
Do you think it's affected now that you've gone back to watching regular movies? Has it done anything for you?
I mean, I think that I've been pretty generous with my reviews for a while now, my ratings. I don't know if you noticed that and thought less of me, but
no.
So I do feel a continuation of that. But I don't know if that was, I don't know. I do feel like we said, I feel a little bit like I'm missing the Tubi a little bit. I liked the chase, you know?
Yeah.
And there is a twisted part of me that really loves discovering movies, and I feel like a more personal connection to that, like, than if I was watching, like, Vertigo or whatever, and I'm like, turns out this is good, and everyone's like, yeah, bro, you know? Like, there's something nice about being like, Closed Circuit, the 1978 TV movie Closed Circuit actually has some juice in the screenplay, you know? That's really fun.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I find that these movies have been very interesting to like pick apart, and like you said, like the psychology of the filmmaker and who they are as a person, that sort of thing. And I don't know, I mean, I've been looking at like May's release calendar, you know, and there's been a lot of things that have come out that I haven't seen because I'm like, I don't really care about Michael, you know?
Yeah.
Because I have this, and this is just way more interesting to me than Michael, which I see right through, regardless of whether or not I end up liking that movie or not, which I don't think I will. But you know, or something like Mortal Kombat 2, where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, you know? Why would I watch that when I could like check out Spaghetti Man and
yeah, exactly.
Like this is
for free on Tubi,
and probably have a better time with it, you know? Just out of pure fascination.
I agree, man. Like, yeah, this has been a really wonderful time, and I found some genuine like bangers on here, like ones that I would watch outside of Tubi Month.
Yeah,
you know?
which is why we need to get into our top 5.
Okay, let's do it. Should we go like we'll alternate? Be like start at 5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to like go super in depth with them since we've already talked about all these movies at some point. But
so do you think we should just do it like all in one?
If you have something to say, you can say something about it, I guess.
So should we do it in all in one block, like each do our 5, or should we alternate?
Oh no, you say your 5. You say your first one. I say my first one.
This is actually really difficult for me.
I'm finding that my top 3 is pretty easy to find, but position 4 and 5 I'm struggling with.
I agree with you. There are 10 movies that I have found here, 10 out of 18 that I'm like, damn, it's got some juice to it, man.
Yeah.
Like I might revisit one of these, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got yours nailed down?
I think so.
I'm really like having trouble with my 5. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is 2025.
Okay.
A World Enslaved by a Virus. Just kind of just what I really wanted from Tubi Month.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yeah.
Like beautiful. Like a lot of my other ones in my top 5 or don't feel Tubi to their core as much, you know? So I think 2025 like needs to be here to represent.
I'll be honest with you here. I have an entire like ranking of everything I saw.
Same.
And that is one that I was like, this could be in the top 5 or even in the bottom 5 for me. It's just kind of in the middle right now.
That's I'm seeing that too. Like, spoilers, but Baby Cat is at number 10. Right. I'm like, Baby Cat with some good Tubi stuff going on right there, you know? Like, there's one that's on my 5 that is fascinating to me. All right.
Okay. I think my 5 is Pan Man. This might be the only movie I watched with someone. And I think that is maybe affecting my view of it.
No,
you know?
I think so
like,
too.
I had a good time hanging out with my friend and being like, what's he up to now? What's the Pan Man up to now? You know, what is the group of people taking down Pan Man? What are they up to now?
Yeah.
And I do think that you could make a really great horror villain out of this if you like did a little bit of tweaking. There's a place for a Hard Eyes type of thing here.
Let's get a franchise going.
Yeah. So I think that's my number 5.
I think that's a good number 5. I'm excited to watch that. I think I like legitimately will watch that before I go to Criterion Corner.
That is one that has hit Tubi, and I think it's been on the front page a lot, and I think its rating has gone up. It's at a 3.1 right now, and it's got a massive like boost in 5-star.
That's interesting.
And I don't feel like it was like that when we watched it.
Tubi might be the new frontier, man. You know? Maybe we need to strive for Tubi.
Yeah.
That's another thing that this has taught me. You can get on Tubi Featured. That does a lot for you. Like, I think you went off of a lot of Tubi Featured, you know? whatever you saw, and they served you up some good stuff.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Okay. My number 4, I'm going to do Dangerous Men. I just think it as kind of a culmination of all the bad movies I've watched thus far, and is like super fascinating to look at in the grand scope of not only like bad movies, but also like horror movies or action movies as a whole. And the rape revenge is a trend, and how abstracted it gets, like, really makes you maybe put into context, like, all that stuff. I don't know if this is one that I don't know. I didn't have like a joy watching it, but it was so consistently interesting.
Right.
That I would like to put this at number 4.
Okay. I think my 4 is Special Needs Revolt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lower than I thought.
Lower than you thought. Yeah. I mean, I again, this is, I think, the hardest I've ever laughed at a movie. And this is another one that's very similar to Pan-Man, where I'm watching the 5 stars increase. And I swear to God,
featured one. You know?
I swear to God, these 5 stars have increased since we started this.
That might be the Castle Bump, though.
It could be the Castle Bump. Yeah.
We got to take that into account.
So people are going to check this out afterwards.
Yeah.
I just President Kruger, Donald Kruger.
What's on the mind?
I know who I'm voting for in 2028. I don't know if you know, but I know who I know who I'm voting for.
Yeah. Okay. My number 3 is Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key. This is just like a real nice, tasty slice of sleaze that just like hit so fucking right on a Sunday night.
This is the Giallo, right?
The Giallo.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it probably doesn't belong in my 5. No, I think this is a whole chunk of Tubi. You know, it's like old, obscure Italian horror, and damn, I had so much fun with it. It's this Tubi kind of sleazy, and it's also just got a lot of like craft behind it, but not too much craft where it becomes something like Suspiria or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I want more of this. If I could get one of these every like week, if I could find one of these, that sounds nice to me.
Yeah. All right. So my next 3 are like ones that I think I do legitimately like love. You know, there's like no irony behind them at all.
For sure.
So number 3 is Tickled.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. I just talked about it, so I'm not going to elaborate anymore. That's just my type of documentary. So.
Goo, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. My 2 is Tammy and the T-Rex.
Right.
Like, this is one that I could maybe see throwing on.
You could own it.
At a party. I would love to own it. I think this is one that actually got a really nice...
This is like an Arrow or something?
Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome type of thing.
Let's see what they're called.
And the T-Rex. I think Arrow sounds about right to me. Because
seems like the type of thing.
It's got one of those glossy, kind of ugly, like posters now that comes from one of those.
It's Arrow.
Arrow. Good for them. Yeah, I might have to get it, man. This is a banger.
All right, my number 2 is the film Skinned Deep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just that's your number 1, though, right?
That's my number 1.
Okay.
That's my number 1.
If you have anything to say about it, we can say it real quick.
For sure. Oh, Tammy and T-Rex, I also want to say, like, one of the big, the second review is working at Vinegar Syndrome and advocating for releasing this on 4K Ultra HD will likely be the best part of my career. So I guess it also got a Vinegar Syndrome.
Okay, well, maybe it is Vinegar Syndrome. I can't tell. This looks like it could be Arrow or it could be Vinegar Syndrome. I can't tell.
It does feel Arrow to the core, but like, yeah. I love that the second review on Letterboxd is that. I think that speaks to the kind of Tubi drive. Even if he didn't find it on Tubi and he was going through like film prints or some nerdy shit, like that's the kind of
what do you think
rediscovery we can have.
The Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow?
I mean, I can't. I have to look at the spine. I can see it. Kind of looks Arrow, like the cover art looks Arrowy to me. Mm-hmm. But Skin Deep is exactly what I want in a horror movie. Like, there's a kind of joy that I don't really get from movies that often that I can get with like a silly but not too silly horror movie like this with really good gore. We're looking at the collector's edition. How much is that?
This one is $80.
Whoa. Might be worth it, man. But this has got plates in it, so I think it's default number 1. Mm-hmm. And I just love it all. I really wanted to get to his follow-up to this, St. Bernard in 2013. I really want to watch that. I will watch that. And his short film, Pepto-Abysmal.
Oh, that looks rad. Looks like Clayface.
This dude is so awesome. This might be my auteur. I hope he's alive. Maybe we can get him going on a 3rd feature.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to check out all of his makeup work?
I mean, I've already got a couple under my belt. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
Frankenhooker. Banger.
Have you seen Leprechaun?
I haven't seen Leprechaun. I've seen Brain Damage. That's awesome. I've heard good things about Spookies. I've heard it's bad, but it's got like some really good like creatures in it. Like the vibe of that is just they go to a house and there's a lot of Spookies there, and it's just the dude cooking. So I do want to see that. Basket Case 2.
All right. So my number 1 is Carts of Darkness.
Of course.
Yeah. This is the short little documentary about dudes in Canada who are nomads and race carts down roads. You know,
one of the most Cooper coded movies that we've discussed on this podcast.
Really, yeah, it really is. I don't know, man. I think if there was a world where, you know, I know one day I'm gonna like have a family and stuff like that, but like, you know, if I wasn't, there is a reality where I could, you know, live this nomad life that they do and not have a ton of money and just kind of be like hanging out by the lake, you know.
Sounds awesome.
And occasionally, you know, maybe racing a cart down the road. Maybe not that, but like, you know, I don't know, man. There's just something lovely about these dudes and how they're living life, and I hope that they're okay. You know.
Yeah.
I hope these damn data centers aren't, you know, doing anything for them.
But they are, man. Those fucking centers, bro.
Mm-hmm. I feel about being a Marty Supreme fan now. Is it hard to be a Marty Supreme fan?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like we're being oppressed right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Marty Supreme fans of the world. But I mean, I don't think it even got nominated for like My Castles.
It didn't. I remember it was like Outside Your Castles, but not
Outside My Castles. But I do really like that film. It is a hard life we lead now.
Yeah.
That Timmy's getting canceled for his insidious ballet takes, and O'Leary's getting canceled for actual war crimes.
Yeah.
like exactly. I bet they were so happy, the people at A24, that Kevin O'Leary waited till like just after Oscars to be like, Trump's my homie, and big ass data center right now. You know, I'm kind of impressed that he kept it in for like a whole like half a year.
Yeah,
it's kind of impressive because he's been saying that shit beforehand. But I mean, I bet he really wanted to go to the Oscars. Like, that was a big part of it. He's just like, I can't say shit.
Yeah, he really is a vampire. I wasn't kidding.
He really is. So does this affect? How do you feel about like stunt casting awful
Infinity
people?
Screens?
Huh?
Infinity Vision?
Infinity Vision?
How is the going to affect Infinity Vision?
I don't know. I think it might add some computing power to refining the incredible nature of Infinity Vision. But what do you think about stunt casting awful people for movies? This is another thing we're going to be talking about later this year for Street Fighter, because they got that fucker podcaster on there, the little bastard.
Me?
Yeah, you. You on there. Like, how does it? And even if they're casting you in like a really villainous like asshole role, you know, is that still bad? Like, they're still paying you money and platforming you.
Who is the podcaster?
What's his fucking name? He's got. It's. I know it when I see it. Let me find it.
That is
Theo Vaughn.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
That's a bad man.
Yeah.
And the Street Fighter movie overall looks pretty good to me. Like,
really?
the newer trailer didn't like do it for me as much, but I really like the visuals that they got going on.
This is the one that I haven't seen the trailer for yet. Out of the three, whatever you want to call this trilogy of Mortal Kombat, He-Man, Street Fighter.
Yeah, they do. They are kind of linked.
They are.
Yeah. But I Street Fighter is what I want from these kinds of movies. Like, it's really inventive in its visuals and silly, and I don't know. Like, it looks like what I want a Street Fighter movie to be. It looks a little Speed Racery, which I love. So I don't know. It's got a strange cast though, and some of them and it's all stunt casting. Like having Eric Andre as the host of it makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And this is a guy who he directed Bad Trip, I think.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But is it and especially as we know more things about the scandal behind Marty Supreme with the director man as well, with the stuff on Good Time, and if you're going for stunt casting and realism and those kinds of scum bums or whatever, how much should you care about that kind of stuff? You know?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I get this. I get the casting of O'Leary, and it worked. Like he was amazing in the movie, perfectly positioned, and that's the job of a director and the casting director is to find people that will work well in that role. But also, like, that's a permanent stain on it. You know?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the month.
So we lock it up.
Yeah, I guess we gotta throw away the key or whatever and
seal it off with a welder.
Yeah, we got the welders here, and they're gonna
weld the wooden door shut. I don't see. This is a steel door. I guess we could put that into the canon. My glasses are foggy. I can't really see the door right now.
Yeah, well, it's just been like it's the more like time that we've spent in the Tubi Tower, the crazier it's gotten in there. Where there's like every time we talk about a movie, those characters are
Pan-Man's in there.
Pan-Man is in there.
He's a little rascal.
Yeah, and it's just steam and fog and
a big dinosaur in there now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
There's a dude strapped to a tickle bench. We took like one tickle bench out from the room, dedicated to tickles from the Tickle King, and we put it up there just in case we wanted, like you said, Skarsgård. We could bring out the table for Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen his work in the is it Von Trier?
Yes.
I've seen Nymphomaniac 1. So I know.
Didn't get to part 2.
I did not get to part 2.
The Nymphomaniac part 2.
Volume 2, I think that's what it's called. What are we going to talk about next? We're probably going to talk about we got a bunch of new movies to catch up on.
Yeah, the whole month, right?
Yeah.
I saw Animal Farm and Michael. That was a great day for me. I think those are very interesting movies. And what else? Tuscany time.
Yeah, talk a little bit of the Tuscany.
Saga the Tusk.
I've seen some documentaries on the streaming services. I'm going to San Diego next week though, so this is probably like 2 weeks out.
Cool.
We'll do this episode.
The Devil Did Wear Prada.
Yes.
What else have we got here? What you doing over there?
Just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. keeping it real.
Yep.
Mother Mary, we have to fight.
Yeah,
that'll be fine. Be cool. So the next one's gonna be the breakup episode.
I mean, I guess unless Chief Detective,
brings us together.
Yeah,
I think it is the type of movie that'll bring people together. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll break up after we talk about Mother Mary, and then we'll come back together to talk about Kevin Balda. Is that his name?
Yes, the Balda. Kyle Balda, Kevin Balda. I don't know.
That might be, yeah. We might. I think that's going to be the next 2. Is like one is going to be catching up, and then the next one is going to be the Kyle Balda retrospective, where we look over the.
I got to make sure that's right.
Filmography of the director of the Chief Detectives.
Yes, it is Kyle Balda.
An auteur in his field.
I mean, he's only got 4 features. He's got a lot of work in other places. Yeah.
I think we're going to go through a kind of a detailed retrospective of his career, and we'll talk about each of the films that he's made in depth.
I gotta watch. Which one haven't I seen? Despicable Me 3.
You haven't seen Despicable Me 3?
No.
There's a lot of interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
No, not really. I don't know. They go to prison. Yeah.
So it's like Ghost Protocol, kind of?
It's exactly like Ghost Protocol in every way. He's an actor in The Making of the Frighteners, directed by Peter Jackson. The fuck? What's he doing in there?
So he's done additional directing for Toy Story 2.
And Dragon
we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We can't be doing this.
Yeah, but we're going to go way in depth. He's co-director of The Lorax. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Visual effects artist for Jumanji. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. That was Tubi Month.
Get out.
We did a lot for you guys. Have a good day.